The shocking, disturbing scene from Andor Season 2, Episode 3, in which Bix Colleen survives a rape attempt by an Imperial officer, has sparked a major conversation among Star Wars audiences, but Bix star Adria Arjona's voice is the one that captures this scene the best. Andor Season 2's place in the Star Wars timeline guaranteed that it would be a dark addition to Star Wars movies and TV shows. Set just a few years before Rogue One, a Star Wars story, the first 3 episodes of Season 2 have already proven that. In fact, Andor Season 2 seems to be gearing up for Star Wars' darkest event yet, the Gorman Massacre. Before that, though, Star Wars showed the brutal realities of living under oppression and fascism in a scene that has fundamentally changed Star Wars by depicting and naming a rape attempt, the first use of the word rape on screen in the franchise. Although this has sparked considerable debate and predictable backlash, Adria Arjona's commentary perfectly captures the true meaning of this scene and the message it sends. Adria Arjona captures the importance of this crucial Andor Season 2 scene. Arjona understood the larger meaning for all women. In an interview with Variety, Bix Colleen actress Adria Arjona spoke about the difficulty of filming that scene but also the powerful meaning behind it. Arjona explained, "Both these statements from Arjona are incredibly profound, and they perfectly capture what this scene really means for Star Wars, for viewers, especially women viewers, and for the larger narrative about oppression and fascism, even amid so much other discourse about the scene." What really strikes me about Arjona's comments are the ways in which they underscore, directly and indirectly, 2 core truths at the heart of this scene. 1. That rape has long been a tool weaponized against vulnerable populations, particularly in times of war or under oppressive regimes, and 2. That this is something a devastating number of women can relate to. Some view this as ruining Star Wars, but for many, it's evident that this is precisely the type of violence Andor should depict as a show focused on the real-world ramifications of oppression and fascism. This is particularly notable along gendered lines, just as Arjona points out. As uncomfortable as it may be to sit with, the truth is, rape has been an aspect of real-life wars throughout history, and it has frequently been women and children who have suffered this cruelty. It would frankly be disingenuous and limited for Andor Season 2 to shy away from this reality, and, from the beginning, Andor has proven to be a show that embraces, not avoids, brutal truths. This scene is brutal, and that's the point. Andor is doing what Star Wars has avoided doing for so long. Bix Colleen, Adria Arjona, looking shocked in Andor Season 2 Episode 2. Image via Disney+. The backlash to this Andor scene has had varying degrees of legitimacy. Arguments have ranged from claims that Palpatine and Darth Vader would condemn such behavior, a bewildering argument in light of the cruelties both Sith are happy to subject people to the need for the show to include a trigger warning. Ultimately, though, I believe Andor is receiving the backlash it is because this scene has broken the nearly 50-year-old mold in Star Wars. Specifically, sexual assault and rape have long been subliminal in Star Wars movies and shows. Andor is just the first to name and directly depict it, or an attempt, at least. While Princess Leia's slave costume may continue to be a popular cosplay and outfit for toys of Leia Organa, the implication of that entire dynamic between Jabba and Leia, and all of Jabba's dancers, for that matter, isn't all that subtle. Even the interrogation scene between Rey and Kylo Ren in Star Wars, The Force Awakens has undertones suggesting a threat of sexual violence. In that sense, Andor is only vocalizing what has been present but unspoken in Star Wars since the beginning. This wasn't done at random. Andor is the perfect project to depict this brutality, and Bix is the perfect character to represent it. Throughout this episode, there are comments made about Bix not having a visa and being on the planet illegally. This, like the rape attempt, has real-life connections that merit discussion. As the boots-on-the-ground story of Star Wars, Andor was the perfect source of that discussion. Arjona's comments resonate, but much of the discourse has missed the mark. I admittedly disagreed with Tony Gilroy's commentary on the scene. Bix Colleen smiling in Andor. Andor showrunner Tony Gilroy also spoke about this scene in a recent interview, although I have to admit I was a bit disheartened by what he said. Giving Gilroy, who brought this story to life, the benefit of the doubt seems more than fair, so my own assumption is that his assertions don't accurately capture his intentions behind this story arc for Bix. Specifically, per The Hollywood Reporter, Guillory explained, in part, "I take issue with the idea that this was a beneficial event for Bix in any way, as that undercuts how vile, cruel, and traumatizing sexual assault and rape are. I also strongly prefer Arjona's explanation, wherein this scene represents the real-life experience of many women and captures how rape is often an abuse of power targeted at someone vulnerable, to Gilroy's, which, inadvertently or otherwise, positions this rape attempt as a plot device. There is a long, unsettling history of rape being used that way in stories. When first watching the episode, my interpretation was entirely aligned with Arjona's. I didn't see this as a plot device whatsoever, so, again, I hope this quote is misleading. Whether Gilroy's comments accurately reflect his stance on the scene or not, though, it's Arjona's comments that have truly resonated with me. In her statements are the exact truths that I was incredibly grateful to see finally explored directly on the Star Wars screen, especially in a story that aims to authentically bring to life what a rebellion such as this one entails. After years of countless lightsaber battles, blasters, and various other forms of violence in Star Wars, it was validating to see this side of war and oppression also depicted in Andor.